Hi everyone.
Hey.
Happy Mean Girls Day. Actually, hey, what day is it?
It's Monday. Oh, it's
What
October
day is
3rd!
It's October 3rd.
It's October 3rd. There's a lot going on. This is your Earthly Enlightenments, and we have a lot to cover, I think. We got a few things to cover, but I think the big thing is it's Mean Girls Day.
It is Mean Girls Day, so we're gonna make a cake. Sorry, I cut you off.
You
and I
did, but that was
intend to.
great! No, because I usually cut her off, so this I was like, my baby has grown.
I'm getting revenge.
Anyhoodle, so not only are we going to be talking about Mean Girls and all things Mean Girls, Tina Fey, Lindsay Lohan, but we're also going to be breaking down a couple of other newsworthy events that happened, and I promise you this time I will upload this video on time.
This week. So that it's relevant.
So that it is relevant and not like the prior video that literally is uploaded on the same day that we were recording this.
It's fine.
Anyhoodle, so talk to me about what the plan is for today.
So we are going to make a cake.
Yeah, we said
we're
that.
going to make a, yes, listen, I'm going through it.
Understood.
But we're gonna decorate it, so we're gonna go ahead, put the ingredients together, spill some fun Mean Girls facts, and then decorate the cake. And yeah.
And yeah.
And yeah. So we're just gonna follow the steps on this box.
It's just a basic ass bitch kit. So talk to me about some of the fun facts that you learned about Mean Girls.
Fun fact, Mean Girls is actually based off of a self-help book for parents. I always knew it was based off of a book. I thought it was based off of a fiction, like coming-of-age teen novel. No, it's a self-help book called Queen Bees and Wannabes. And it was written for parents to kind of advise on like, hey, your teenager's gonna be going through this kind of stuff in their youth and through high school. This is how you deal with it.
Interesting.
Yeah, self-help book for parents, and I would have never gotten that from just watching the movie.
No. So you're telling me that Tina Fey found this book and decided to make an entire movie based upon it? Well, I know Tina Fey has a kid, so I wonder if that's something that she herself wanted, like she picked that book up, or if it was something that was recommended to her and then she was just inspired by it. That's
Yeah.
really interesting. I like that.
We don't have eggs, so where's the banana?
That's right, funny.
There it is.
My only fun fact that I know, and truly, like, because I watch Mean Girls, I feel like I could recite a lot of Mean Girls, but I don't really know any Mean Girls facts other than all of the main male, the whole banana, all of the main male characters, or rather the actors, have all come out as gay. And I thought that that was really exciting.
Yeah. And so that would be like Aaron Samuels,
Yes.
the actor who plays Damien.
Yes. And then the rapper.
Him too?
Yeah.
Oh,
All of them. All three of them.
that. Yeah. We love Kevin.
It was,
G.
yes, Kevin G. Kevin G also came out as, Kevin G has also come out as queer.
Yeah. So another fun fact, speaking on Kevin G, that
Yes.
actor apparently had he had no clue how to do that rap. The all you sucker MCs got nothing on me. Amy Poehler had to give him rap lessons.
Really?
Like they had to sit him down and go through this and basically talk him through, this is how you're gonna rap it. These are the movements you're gonna do. She schooled him in how to do that little rap. Lindsay Lohan actually auditioned for the part of Regina George.
I knew that. I actually did know that fun fact.
And the reason she didn't get it though is because she was doing Freaky Friday at the same time.
Mm-hmm.
And in Freaky Friday, she's obviously this angsty teenager, which lives up to Regina George, so she's got the angst behind her. But the crew behind the film thought, okay, no, she's got this entire audience that's going to be rooting for her because they just watched Freaky Friday. They're not going to want to see her as a villain.
Right.
So the only reason that she wasn't casted as Regina is because they just thought an audience isn't going to support her now that they've seen her as the protagonist of a film, I guess. Yeah.
Wait, what? So they won't support her if she's the protagonist?
No, because they've already seen her as a protagonist in Freaky Friday. They're not going to want to see her then play a villain because there's going to be an audience
so
that is
it's like almost a step back or step different, I
I
guess.
don't know. That's just, I guess, I don't know what they were thinking because I would have watched Lindsay Lohan.
Oh, Lindsay
as
Lohan
both.
would be a
Yeah.
great villain. Absolutely.
But yeah, no, they were she's already got an audience that sees her as the person who's gonna win.
Right.
Versus we don't want to see her be the one to get hit by a bus. She would have done amazing as Regina George, 100%.
I think so. Also, I know that Rachel McAdams was 30 something, or she was. I was gonna say she's super old. Not that 30 is super old, as I'm a 30-year-old. But I know she was one of the oldest people in the cast.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Oh yeah, I'm pretty sure Lindsay Lohan was in her 20s and she was 30, I believe, playing an 18-year-old or 16-year-old. Yeah.
This movie came out in 2004.
You were a child.
I was a child. I was in kindergarten.
Oh my god.
I wasn't allowed to watch this movie.
How old are you?
I'm 25.
Okay.
So you were at like a well-versed age to watch this.
Yeah, sure.
I watched this movie at a sleepover. My friend put it on. She was old. She's older than I am.
Yeah.
Again,
Most of your friends are.
I was in kindergarten. I came home and asked my mom what a slut was.
I want to lick this bowl.
Do it.
No, that's unsanitary. Oh yeah, do that. All right, give me some more facts.
All right, Regina George on the topic of Lindsay Lohan auditioned for that role. Amanda Seyfried also auditioned for that role, and she was actually
of Regina George.
For Regina George, they all auditioned for Regina George, and this was actually her debut movie, which I didn't realize. I don't know why I thought it was Mamma Mia. That's another.
I think that was after this.
Probably.
Yeah.
But she was basically, what is the word when you're like, once you play one role, Hollywood just
Typecast.
Okay, she was typecasted as a dumb blonde after this, because a lot of people, because she played the role so well,
Right.
that everyone just wanted to cast her as dumb blonde.
Oh, poor
But
girl.
apparently she killed her Regina George audition. She gave a very ethereal portrayal of Regina George,
Okay.
but was still very intimidating, but in a, like,
Unattainable way.
I guess.
I feel like Regina George, or at least Rachel McAdams' version, you want to take her down.
Yeah. Yes. Okay. Yeah. I feel like with Amanda, it would have probably been a lot more like, she's mean, but I'm rooting for her.
I'm rooting for her. Yeah. Right, this is done.
It is done. So now to pour it into this.
We don't have any spray, so what I do is I put butter around it and then put a layer of sugar so that it comes out of the pancakes.
That looks good. Like I want to eat.
No, you can't eat that. That's diabetes on a stick. So did you see that the Black Panther trailer came out today?
I did, and I'm very excited for the film. It makes me very emotional.
Big question though, do you think that Shuri is the new Black Panther? I know that they have not 100% come out and had her be like, yes I am, but it is confirmed that the next Black Panther is female.
Has it? Okay, because I was gonna say the only reason why I haven't speculated that, well, even though I've seen a lot of rumors of it, is that in the trailer, like when you do see Black Panther's suit, like I think the build.
No, now if you go to the new trailer, the very last clip of the trailer, you see a female Black Panther standing proudly. Yes, the next.
I did not see that.
It's the very what? It's the very last clip of the. I'm gonna put it in there. Watch this really quick. Black Panther.
Okay, if that's the case, then I feel like yes. Who else would it be?
Okoye. It could be Okoye. It could be like.
I would actually love for it to be Okoye.
I would that be better.
Yeah.
I will say that the build of the Black Panther was very petite.
Yeah.
So I mean, and in the comics, it is Shuri that takes over the mantle. I just know that Letitia.
Yeah, that's the only thing I've been skeptical about for this film is the whole like everything that went on with Letitia Wright and how they had to stop production because of it, and so I don't know. I'm a little iffy.
I'm iffy about her character as a human being. I'm not so iffy as the character she plays.
Yes, iffy about the actress, not the character. There we go.
Shuri is played very well. Before we put this in there, because I was gonna be like, oh, we should try to put this in the oven right now. The Try Guys. Do you like this?
Okay, so I know nothing. I'm a novice. You need to school me in Try Guys because I never watched them. I don't know who they are.
My problem is I have a horrible memory, and so you guys are gonna see the faces in the photos when I put those in there in the editing. However, you are just gonna have to know I'm gonna be very politically incorrect in describing them, and I apologize. I like the Try Guys. I've been watching the Try Guys since they first started. The very first video on BuzzFeed was the Try Guys try women's underwear. That was like the very first, it was funny.
Yeah.
Fun. Okay. But that was the very first video that they did, and so they became the Try Guys. It was 4 gentlemen, and they proceeded to do a bunch of videos. I think they eventually like went to the Try Guys try plastic surgery, where they go in and they like have a plastic surgeon examine them, and like I know that the Asian man's name is Eugene. No, there's 3 white guys. Yeah, there's 3 white gentlemen, and then there's Eugene, who's the Asian guy.
Okay.
And they're all.
So there's 4 Try Guys?
There's 4.
I thought it was
well,
2.
Now there's 3. There were 4 Try Guys.
Sit down.
Yes, it was 3 white guys and then Eugene. They were all very talented, very wonderful. And each one kind of had their own personality.
Okay.
but the man in question, his entire personality was, I love my wife. I love my wife. I think every video he somehow managed to say, I love my wife. Cut to this week, or the beginning of last week rather. There are videos, and there's videos and photo evidence of him making out with a woman at a club.
Oh no.
So,
the man whose personality
the
was
man
I love
whose
my wife.
entire personality was I love my wife and I love my family. He's got a wife and he's got 2 kids. Beautiful kids, like perfect. I'm telling you, family was this man's entire image. Cut to him having an affair with a woman. Turns out the woman is actually one of their either producers, or she was like on one of their episodes, but she is 100% connected to the Try Guys.
She's like a coworker.
It's funny that you say that, because in their announcement, or in his announcement rather, he put a disclaimer out that said we were in a consensual workplace affair or relationship, basically. But he apologized, and you know, it's interesting though, because his wife, they've all put out disclaimers. The Try Guys have been like, there is no future in which he's going to come back. The Try Guys are now 3 guys now.
Okay. Oh.
So it's literally the Try, T-R-I guys now.
Funny.
Humorous. So yeah, so now it's the Try Guys, but his wife, I feel like her name is Sabrina, but don't quote me on that. His wife also put out a disclaimer, and she also took wife out of her bio.
As she should.
As she should.
But she has a kid.
She has 2 kids. They have 2 kids together. Yes.
It's so heartbreaking.
It is heartbreaking, but you know, when they put out again the little brief, we want to deal with this in-house and with the family, so please respect our privacy. We'll do that to a certain extent, but you're a public figure who made your entire being family. Why would we not chew on this?
Yeah. That's tea. Like, that is... my heart goes out to all the women out there who have been disrespected by a man or woman.
Man or woman, but you know what? At least all of the men of Mean Girls are perfect.
We love them.
Not a single one gone bad, I don't think.
No. Aaron Samuels living his life. The actor who plays Damien's living his life.
They're all living their life. Should we put this in the oven?
Let's do it.
All right.
Wait for the bake to cake.
While we wait for the bake to cake,
we are going to, so we've got a vision for this cake, okay? We're thinking burn book,
obviously.
You know, Mean Girls.
Naturally.
So we've got some pink icing, some glitter, and then we've got the, just this. We're gonna see what we can do with this. And we're just gonna cut it out.
Fair enough. I want to know, have you been watching the Game of Thrones? Not Game of Thrones, House of Dragons.
House of Dragon. No.
So you missed the kid fight.
Yes, I don't even know what that means.
When I tell you, it was the most...
Like they're related.
They're related. Like, they related. Anyway, so flash forward like a few years.
Does the daddy know this?
Oh, he knows.
Okay.
He knows. He's literally like, babe, like, I'm sorry, I'm not doing my husband duties. I love those kids, don't get me wrong. I understand that people are calling our kids bastards. They shouldn't, even though they are, but they shouldn't.
Okay.
Anyway, so...
In this show, there are actual dragons.
There are dragons,
okay.
bitch! That's the
I'm
House
sorry.
of Dragons!
Just making sure.
It's the House of Dragons! Anyhoodle, Alicent's youngest son, who is the prince, yes, Alicent, who's married to her father, the heir to be her father, so her best friend, is married to her dad. I want to tell you, this was the greatest kid fight I've ever seen. You have to watch the show.
Okay, so I watched Game of Dragons.
What? House of Dragons.
House of Dragons.
Watch House of Dragons. Kid fight.
For the kid fight.
Yeah.
Okay, I will.
Did you cut everything out?
I did.
Awesome. Let's get the cake.
And we're back with the cake, which is,
It's a cake. It's definitely a cake.
by definition, it's a cake. She's just a little excited, but aren't we all?
It's a burn book, and honestly, they had the book for so many years. Okay.
Fun fact, if you look at one of the posters advertising the talent show that they were all in, the talent show was scheduled for Thanksgiving. Like if you go to a calendar and look up that date.
And they did it Christmas?
In 2003, yeah. But that's not what I was thrown off by. There's no school on Thanksgiving.
Oh.
Like there's nothing open on Thanksgiving.
I will say.
That is peak.
It's very peak. I will say we definitely did like school shows and things over winter break.
Okay, that's a break. But like it was on Thanksgiving Day. Like these people weren't eating turkey.
This cake is a mush. It's a mush. It's delicious, but it's a mush. We're gonna do our very freaking best.
I think this just makes it more challenging.
Okay. This is
we
now.
can do it. We're gonna make a burn book out of this cake.
The cake is falling apart, my friend.
I'd say that's enough.
Okay.
So
I'll fix it in Photoshop. The photo you guys are gonna see is not the photo of the cake.
we've got the base. Glenn Coco, the actor who plays Glenn Coco, was never supposed to be a character in the film. The actor actually auditioned for Mean Girls, but he did not get a role at all. So he decided, you know what, I'm gonna chill around set and take some food. So he would just hang out backstage, hoping to get some free food, and one of the people working on the film recognized him from auditions, and they were like, hey, do you want to be in the scene really quick? So they just threw him in a classroom scene, and he forever became
Glenn Coco.
Glenn Coco.
That's awesome. That's really cool. Speaking of iconic things that weren't supposed to happen, Deadpool and Wolverine.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. I didn't realize that Hugh Jackman coming back was going to be so crazily. I mean, we were weeping at this.
She's talking about me.
I am. Specifically. It's just, I know that there's
You really didn't think it would be that much of a, like, iconic? Like, that much of a big deal?
No, people be coming back and yeah. But I mean, at the same time, Marvel has also said that the X-Men would not come into the franchise until phase 6 or 7. You know, so it's still gonna be a while before we actually get the full-fledged. I mean, but then you say that, and you've got, like, what did they just do? They just did a Marvel with Macy Williams. It was like the Runaways or whatever. Yeah, so there are still projects by which we will see some Marvel or some X-Men characters, but I'm thinking them actually rebooting the X-Men and the X-Men that we know and love. I could see them waiting another 10 years. I think that would be wise.
Yeah, the reason why it was so much, like, such a big deal for me is because Hugh Jackman left the X-Men franchise with Logan. Like, that was supposed to be essentially
his goodbye. It's
his farewell. That was his farewell movie. That was a farewell to Charles Xavier as well. And so I thought, there's no way they're going to touch this again.
And yet we just saw Charles Xavier in in Doctor
That's
Strange.
Correct. In Doctor Strange. I thought if they were going to bring back Wolverine, it was not going to be Hugh Jackman.
Okay.
But I also personally was like, they can't do Wolverine again. Like, they have to just leave it. He forever is Wolverine for me. Although people have been fan casting Daniel Radcliffe.
Weird.
It is weird. What?
Weird.
I would love to see him try.
I would love to see him try, of course. Give me those audition tapes. But no, I don't need Daniel Radcliffe. I would like an unknown. I'm tired of these well-known people. I think that would, honestly, you could just write slut and call it a day. Here, I'll rate stab.
Yeah, you rate stab. Original cut was actually rated R. So you know the joke where they say Amber DeLisio made out with a hot dog? So originally it was Amber DeLisio did some other things
She
with
fucked a hot dog?
frozen hot dog. So they said, okay, you can't have things in this movie and call it PG-13. It has to be rated R. Anchorman was out at the time, and Anchorman had a lot more explicit jokes, and that movie was PG-13.
Really?
Yeah. So they were like, okay, why can men be in this movie and make just as vile as jokes, but we can't?
And that's how they.
Yeah. And
good job, Tina Fey. Good job. Women's rights. We're allowed to say fucking words and fuck. And that's the only one. Yeah, that's it.
We should be allowed to make out with hot dogs and let it be PG-13.
We should be allowed to fuck hot dogs and, understandably, not be. I think that's still fine. That should be fine. You don't want to fuck a hot dog? What if it's frozen?
No.
Okay.
Is it called iceberg? Yeah. Why would you
You're
want
not
that?
worried about the hot dog breaking, you're worried about freezing your coochie?
I don't even think about the hot dog breaking. Because I don't think about these things.
Well, let's show it off. I'm not going to show them the cake. I'm going to put a picture of it over it.
Are you?
Oh yeah.
So they'll never know what the cake
They will never
looks
know
like?
what the cake actually looks like. There's going to be a picture here of what the photoshopped cake actually looks like.
Wow, we did so good.
We did so well. Look at that. It's beautiful. It is really pretty though. I'm just going to clean up the edges a little bit. Huzzah. Well, this was awesome. Thank you guys for joining us in the Mean Girls celebration day of our podcast. If you guys have any other, I don't know, nothing. This has nothing to do with
What's
you
your
guys.
favorite Mean Girls quote? This has nothing to do with you guys. This has been very invasive. Me and Jasmine were trying to have an intimate moment building this cake. And you guys so rudely interrupted.
I never know how to say bye to you guys. Anyway.
Let us know what your favorite Mean Girls quote is and how you're celebrating Mean Girls Day if you are doing so.
And as always, you go Glen Coco. You go Glen Coco. Oh, my boobs can tell the weather.
I want to just like, what?
Like no hot dogs? Not even like a little bit?
No.
Okay.
A toothbrush. On the other hand.
It's those vibration settings.
Hot dog can't do that.
I can't do that. Yum.
I'm done.
I'm done too.